Hello everybody, welcome to our workshop for Move for Life. This is to encourage movement, and we are going to jump right into the introduction. Here's what to expect in our workshop today. So we're going to quickly go over the dangers of inactivity, and then the importance of physical movement or physical activity. How much time should we spend moving each day or week, and what are the enjoyable activities that we can get excited about doing, as well as making sure you know who your support system is and some resources to go to. Okay, so first off, the dangers. Crazy enough, we spend an average of 70% of our day, of our 24 hours, sitting. Not even 24 hours, because obviously we are sleeping for many of those, but just our day, our waking time, we are sitting 70% of the day. And I added a little smartphone there because I don't know about you, but I'm probably more sedentary when I'm on my phone as well. And that is a growing problem there. I was super shocked to find out that 1 in every 5 deaths with people over the age of 35 are linked to physical inactivity. Doesn't mean it's the main reason, but whatever this person may have died from can be linked to physical inactivity. And so kind of, for example here would be the health risks associated with physical inactivity. And this isn't even a comprehensive list, but it might be the most common. You might see something on this list that is in your family. Could be a parent, a sibling, a grandparent, an aunt or uncle. So just take a second, look over this list, and turn to your neighbor and maybe discuss what you see, where in your family. Maybe it's yourself or family or friend. But we've got heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, this would be type 2, some types of cancer, obesity, depression, and anxiety. These can all be associated with physical inactivity. All right, now we are going to actually get up and move for a whole 2 minutes. And you'll see your chairs are all spread out. This is not just for social distancing. This is so we have enough room to move. So everyone stand up. Kind of make sure you have room on either side of you to reach out and not be hitting anyone next to you. Just do a couple shoulder rolls. I'm going to start our timer. And this is just moving. It's not anything high intensity. We're not going to be even sweating unless you want to. But you've got 2 minutes to just move, see what feels good. Maybe it's more of the stretching that you need. Sitting can bring on such stiffness. You can hold it for longer. They do say each stretch you should hold for a minimum of 10 seconds. Also keeping in mind deep breathing. And the deep breathing alone can be linked to decreasing our depression and anxiety, lowering our blood pressure. Again, it's just finding any movement. You can follow me or choose your own movement. This is just 2 minutes. We're already halfway through. Okay. If you want to get the heart rate up, again, that would be linked to decreasing your chance of heart disease, diabetes. So really, it's just whatever feels good. It doesn't even have to look coordinated. Just have fun with it. Check the timer. We're down to just 30 seconds left. Do skiers. Of course, in the comfort of your own home, you can use a yoga mat, get down on the ground, do crunches, push-ups. Squats is a good one as it works the largest muscle group in our body, the quads. If you can work large muscle groups, gets the heart rate up even more. All right. All right, our timer. You should feel a little increase in the heart rate, but we're not sweating. A little deeper breathing. And you know what? For a lot of us, a clearer mind, which is so nice. So going to the next slide here, guess what? Individuals that get up and move just 2 minutes each hour reduce our risk of premature death by 33%. That means with this group in our room here, that a third of you, if you do this, your chances of premature death linked to any of those health risks go down dramatically. But how much should we work out? And here's a recommended physical activity of 150 to 300 minutes per week. Whoa, that kind of sounds like a lot, but let's break it down. You want to keep in mind that if you're doing just moderate, you can see the list there. My favorite is just a nice a brisk walk. Okay, I do that daily for about a half an hour. So that covers it. It's moderate, so it needs to be the 300 minutes. However, if back in my running days, I could count that as vigorous and therefore could get away with 150 minutes a week. However, a combination of these, and of course beyond the recommended minutes, is great. So this just gives you an idea. I handed out pens and paper if you want to make these notes. And obviously this is not a comprehensive list, but just to give you an idea of the physical activity that we're talking about when we talk about the 150 to 300 minutes per week of exercise. So as you can see, there's nothing there that says sitting, laying, watching TV. These involve movement. So right now with those pens and paper, I want you to just brainstorm. Again, we're just going to do a minute. What are your favorite activities? And you know what? Maybe you want to try something new. So take a minute and brainstorm, write your list, and then we are going to share with our neighbor a few of our ideas, and that way it will make our list even longer if someone else has an idea that sounds great. All right, for sake of time, this is when you can turn to your neighbor and share your ideas. Maybe there's something on their list you didn't think about or would work for you. And some of these are going to be on your own. Some of these are going to be with your kids. Some of these could be with a friend or a neighbor. Lots of different activities out there to do by yourself or in groups or just with one other person. So speaking of other people, we're going to go to the next slide. And the main thing with getting to be more active and including more movement in your daily life is just to know you have a support system. So maybe on that same piece of paper, you could write a few names down of neighbor, friend, sibling, someone that you could stay in contact with and help each other out, motivate each other, check in with each other. Maybe they'll even become your workout buddy in a sense. So just know you have a support system, and I say you have a support system here because even in this group, we are a community getting together, all wanting the same thing, wanting better health. And if there's someone here you connect with, that's awesome. And the last is just some resource ideas. For example, you can go to our website for more information, moveforlife.org. We have a Facebook page, and then other ideas would be to get a Fitbit pedometer. They actually not only count your steps, but you can set how often it reminds you to get up and move. Anytime. I think it's 15 minutes to 3 hours max. I have mine set for every hour, so it reminds me to get up and move those 2 minutes every hour. There's phone apps and, of course, friends and family. So thanks for joining us at our workshop, and I hope you move for better health and move for life.